The following is for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Previously on Alan Wake. I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it! God damn it, Alice!
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
Episode 2 taken.
Honey, I'm home.
Back here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up. Hey, handsome. This is gonna be a long night, but these shots are turning out great.
I guess you're gonna need that coffee then. I'll go put it on.
All right, welcome back, guys, to our playthrough of Alan Wake. You heard it earlier. This is episode 2 taken. Okay, this is probably going to be a long one too. I think these chapters or episodes are going to be pretty lengthy. I'm going to look around a little bit and see what we got going on here. A QR code. I wonder, can I examine the QR code? The fall of Casey, the things that I want. Alex Casey. But I can't forget. Return to sender. I'm going to try this. Let me see. I'm going to see. I do it too if you want. I'm curious to see what this is. I'm going to turn the volume down just in case it turns out to be something loud. If it's a Rickroll, I'm going to be pissed. Turns out this isn't too bad even if you're not... Turns out this isn't too bad even if you're not sitting on a couch when you play it. Who knew? It's a reference to Microsoft and Remedy statement regarding a PC version of Alan Wake. That's funny. That's weird that you would just put it there, though. Like, if they had that in a frame or something for Alan Wake to make sense why he would have it on display, that would be interesting. Whatever. Anyway. Yeah, this game was originally an Xbox 360 exclusive. Well, and I think it came out in PC shortly after that. But yeah, it was never released on Windows or on PlayStation or other platforms. And then the remaster came out, and I think that was available on everything. Hold on. Oh, there you go. What does that say?
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head. A rerun of my own private snuff movie. A memory of my corpse. Alone at my own wake. Thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me.
Very dramatic, but I do love how they tell the story in this. It's really good.
This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red. A gruesome slushy dissolved all the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile of the city, becoming one with it. I can see them now, my wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
Curious. I want to find all these pages, but it might be kind of hard to do that. Okay, it's just all the same thing again. I like that he got his double golden gun award, whatever the heck that is. Let's look around the rest of the house. Turn that racket off, shall we?
The continuing freezing rain and heavy snowfall have necessitated a winter storm warning in the entire tri-state area. People are advised to stay indoors as many roadways are already closed, and city officials are not expecting snow crews to keep up with the weather. We're now on the third day of the blizzard, and the weather is not expected to clear up anytime soon.
Yeah, the world building in this is truly spectacular. For a 2010 game, I'm very impressed. Okay. That's terrible. Toilet paper that far away from the toilet? I mean, I know he has some there, but like, let's be real, man. You need to put the extra rolls in the back of the toilet there in case, you know, you gotta get up. What if you grab like the last square and all of a sudden you got a little case of mud butt and now you gotta squish all the way across the back? You know what I mean? Like, terrible. Nice shower though, I like that. That looks like something that I should grab. Maybe that'll be something I'll have to do later. Also, it's really weird that he shifted to the right side of the screen and I'm trying to control him when he's like, when he should be in the center. It's very jarring, disorienting. I love this little entryway. It's nice. That little chair that he probably doesn't use, except to maybe tie his shoes, perhaps. I know the coffee maker's there. I just want to see if there's anything else we should do or can do before we click it on, because I don't know if it's gonna like trigger a cutscene or something. Not seeing anything else. The human island. Okay, I guess that's pretty much everything.
Coffee's on.
Great, thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow.
Oh, hey, I just finished those cover mock-ups. They're on your desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
Oh, giggity. Okay, let's see.
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called. Alan! Alan, please check the fuse box.
I'm right here.
I'm on it, honey.
Please hurry!
Where was it? I saw it. That's not the fuse box, right? Oh, it is.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay.
What
Hi.
should I be doing?
You okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just... Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
Tell me a story, writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me, too. When it got really bad, my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you, too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
The location is pretty cool, but I don't know. Inside of the apartment wasn't as grandiose as I would have thought.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
Jesus.
I'm okay. My head's fine. I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
Very well. I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff Breaker, is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
So we haven't been prompted with any sort of upgrade indicator, so it looks like his crappy stamina is just something we have to deal with. My god, this guy just cannot run. Does that have Fish?
I'm sorry you had to cut your morning fishing short for this, Doc.
Oh, she's a beauty, ain't she? Not the biggest I ever caught, if you can believe that coming from an old fisherman like me, but she's right up there. Now, she's a largemouth bass, which is what you're after if you prefer a lure. Now, if you want either trout or salmon, on the other hand, then it's fly fishing for you. You a fishing man, Mr. Wake? Oh, doesn't really matter, I suppose. But it can be very relaxing out there. You can't get me off the water this time of year. Closest thing to heaven.
I'll take your word for it, Doc.
I believe you'll find the sheriff in her office. Just go down the corridor.
There's just so much world around here that we can interact with. So many
Thank you
things.
for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be sure to take care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's no sign of him. Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the brake float. It's here. That's some good news, right? Stucky was supposed to be driving it at the rehearsals today. Over.
Oh, give me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. Jane's out.
That's kind of interesting, because I keep wondering whether or not Alan is dreaming or hallucinating or having something. I see a page there, or something else going on. But for this to be in the day, other people like walking around, it seems like there's, how do I word this, evidence that this is actually happening and not his imagination, which is fun. I kind of like the idea. Oh, damn it, we're missing pages. That sucks.
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there. Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
I also heard that there's like a web series based on Alan Wake and
Mr.
actual
Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor.
and actual books too.
That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
She'd fit right in where I come from.
As you can see, she's a little obsessed with maintaining the light bulbs of the whole town, refuses to step on shadows, things like that. Back in her day, she wrote about all sorts of weird things in the paper. Bright Falls has a colorful history. Of course, what small town hasn't?
Yeah, I wonder about that, though. She might be the only sane person around here. She might be, like, afraid of the darkness or something. Richard Ball, Bruce Stansky, Jacob Miller. On a camping trip overdue. Haven't been in contact. If you've seen them or know their whereabouts, please call this number. That's weird, man. Identifying features, knack for winning contests. I have a feeling these guys might become taken that are going to come after us. I just want to see what's out there. There's just a lot of interesting things.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake? How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't. She'd lock me up. Excuse me.
Verizon.
Take this.
Weird product placement there.
Hello?
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back. I couldn't go anywhere
Mr.
yet.
Wake,
I had to pay
through
along
the
with the
cell
call.
corridor.
Alice's
Just don't
life
mind
was at
Walter in
stake.
there. He's one of our regulars.
Hey, mister!
drinking for
Hey,
good.
can you turn the lights on? The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to me. I need it to be bright in here.
Huh, I wonder if I can turn it on. There might be a few people around here that...
Thank you, man, thank you. Hey, you're all right. You're a good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. You know, I shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got it all wrong. See, sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk. I mean, I wasn't drunk at the time. I only got drunk afterward. Okay, listen, you gotta listen carefully now. Here's the kicker. That wasn't Danny. No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was? I'll tell you who it really was. It was a goddamn space alien! I know it sounds like something a drunk would say, but believe me, I wasn't drunk then.
I wonder if there's something that happens as a result of us putting the light on or off. If we leave it off, does he become taken and come after us? If we turn it on, does he help? The page. I wonder if he's wondering, like, why are my manuscript pages popping up all around here? Oh, that's a new
In
one.
spite of its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
I'm so intrigued.
The morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, go through the fence on the left.
Okay, first I want to... Yeah, I knew it. There's going to be stuff. Check for pages, grab thermos if we see one, which we do.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about time for me to sign off for a while. God knows I need my beauty sleep. Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We've had a few broken windows, even a report of shots fired on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting that the big day's almost here, but let's save it for the party and leave the gunplay for the shooting competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
Okay, I know where the fence is. I just wanted to see. I know.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
It'd be kind of weird to put like a freaking page in the bushes, but I just want to check. There's a page over there in that rock, though. How do we get over? He said a hole? Must be behind this wood. Yeah, there we go. Damn, Alan.
The kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall on the mountain behind us, the lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above. I fought with the urge to take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife? Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business. Barry?
Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here in Bright Falls.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
I wonder, I mean, maybe that's something that we use after there's like an encounter? I don't know. I suspect something bad's gonna happen shortly. You don't suppose... Okay. It's like there's probably not gonna be a page on top of the ambulance, right?
Oh, the writer is a light that reveals the world of his story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
Is Alice a real person?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent...
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
No, of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
Oh,
come
on.
Take it easy.
Hey, nobody move. Get your hands off of my client.
Who are you?
I'm Barry Wheeler, his agent. If you have business with Mr. Wake, you talk to me. You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
I had to talk to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him.
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow. I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing. I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr. Wake. Later!
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody. This is not her fault. She's a very nice girl and, more importantly, a fan. She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
Skeleton of a Columbian mammoth. Antithesis columbi. A specimen estimated to be 14,000 years old was recovered from La Brea tar pits in 1981. It was donated to the Elderwood National Park in 1998 when the Columbian mammoth became Washington's state fossil. Named Bucktooth Charlie, it has since become the park's official mascot. Pages.
I'd come here to rent a cabin where I could wait till midnight.
Thermoses.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just listen to yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week. And someone's got Alice.
Do
and
you
everything's just...
understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing fiction with reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
There's evidence to suggest that this is all actually happening, but I don't know. There's one thing I know about this game. What the hell? Oh, it's the dog. It's not a spoiler exactly, but Remedy made Control and Quantum Break, and they're all connected somehow. Part of the Remedy verse or something like that the developers call. So I don't know what that means. But those games do have supernatural elements. But it could very well be that, like, I don't know, Control or Quantum Break, like, in that universe, Alan Wake is just, like, a book series or something. Like, they don't know.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right? You rent cabins.
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
Seriously, Al, you can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No. This whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez, Al, come on. You gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha! Let's have a laugh on Barry. Well, you had me going there real funny, Al. You can quit it now.
Doesn't it seem weird that he's trying to find a place to sleep? Like, I get, yeah, you need a cabin and all that stuff, but, like, your wife has been kidnapped. I would be relentlessly searching for her now. I don't know, maybe there's just not anything he can do till midnight until he can meet him, but doesn't it seem weird? It seems a little odd. Seems like tone deaf, but he's also a selfish dick. Hopefully Alan Wake redeems himself.
I think this is the form you wanted.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too. If you have any trouble finding it, just keep your eyes on the radio
You're
mast.
asking
It's
me
right
to
below
believe that
that.
you shot a dude who went into thin air, a guy who was bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight at him. You hear that from people who end up spending time in padded rooms, strapped to their beds, wearing white shirts with too long tangled up sleeves, and eating a healthy diet of pills. Al, you make cruel jokes about people who believe that kind of stuff. You're the skeptic. You gave me an hour-long lecture on homeopathy last month. What was it? If there's no proof, it's pure bullshit. Period.
Guess the laugh's on me then.
Al, come...
Didn't realize there was going to be more.
That's just crazy talk, Al. Al? Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak. He said to come alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help, and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist, or it'll be Deliverance all over again.
What's he sneezing for? Is he allergic to dog fur or something? Batteries, where? Noise. Energizer. Yeah, they're really laying on the whole, product placement thing in here, huh? Just looking around for pages, ammo, batteries. Okay, let's go out the back. Wait, what is that? Yeah, let's leave that on. I like how the flashlight just, like, shines, But then when you aim it, it uses battery. Like, it shines like unlimited. But aim it, eats the battery up. Okay, we'll go down there in a sec. I first want to go over here. It's weird, the render popping and all that stuff. I knew it. God, that jacuzzi could talk. Grass in the well. Okay, I think it was just the thermos was the only thing back here. I see nothing else, so. Wish we had a stamina bar or gauge of some sort so that way I could see.
I'll wait here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
Well, you can actually see him. He came down to do that. I wonder if that dude is going to turn into a tick and he gets killed or something. There's a page.
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in padded cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
Weird that he's writing it in the first person that way.
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. It wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest.
Dang, I have no ammo.
I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would do if that happened to my wife. I don't know if I would call the cops, if I would handle it by myself. Like, the guy kidnapping his wife, I mean, presumably it's got to be about money unless there's a bigger plot here. There's so much to look at. Thank God for that.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
My plan? You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly, Pat. But I'm going to check out the parade, of course. And I'll be one of the pie contest judges, too.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh, yeah. It's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just caught a heck of a largemouth bass early this morning.
But you're not taking part in the fishing contest?
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
Huh. The dialogue is very impressive. It's very authentic voice acting. So yeah, we saw that taken ghoulish dude walking by, but he dipped. Might have just been environmental, not necessarily something we're going to encounter right away. Oh, there's a bright light over there, so we might. want to go down here. Once it starts to get a little bit foggy and misty and all that stuff, then... Jesus. Then you know they're coming. Shit. That scared the hell out of me. There was a light. Must have went out. This one's all busted. Now, it seems like the other residents of the town, they're experiencing weird behaviors as well. Oh, there's a TV as well. So stuff is happening to them, so it's not just him. Is that blood? Oh, Jesus. Twilight Zone things.
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization. But some crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Man in the Mirror.
He's inside, Agent. He's a weird one.
So, you're confessing to killing that guy, huh? Why?
Had it coming?
Yeah, but why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took a kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
That must be difficult.
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints. Identical.
Huh, how about that?
Your son said you were wearing a white shirt when you took him to the game. But the white shirt is on the dead guy.
It's plenty red now.
You won't get away with this.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know? He won't stop screaming, am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
You bastard.
What? You gonna shoot me? What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
The hell does that mean? Assuming it's over, but... The birds were coming out to attack. Shit. It's a weird jump.
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. "Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page."
Wait.
Help me!
Where is he?
Can you hear me? Anyone! Please help!
Hello?
Back here! I'm back here! Hey, please help me!
Mr. Wake?
Oh, hell.
It happened just the way it was on that page. I found. Came true. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Rusty's so dead.
Whatever did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
I want to let him out. Doggy, you're helpful, right? Attack the bad things. I wonder if it's that. The cougar that attacked him? Maybe? I don't know. You said the office, is it outside? Oh, it must be. How is there more than one vehicle
The only way
crash?
to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
That office is what he's talking about. Read that first.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken ribs stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
I'll help if I can, my man. But also, you know, collectibles and stuff. Let's see what's back here. Ah, I knew it. What happened to our shotgun? I bet we drop the weapons all the time and have to pick them up and stuff. Ew. Another page.
At the last instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
Cold light. Nice. What does that mean? Oh, shit.
That was too late. Someone had destroyed the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
Rusty!
Oh, God.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
Just need antithesis.
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
Dude.
Please don't feed the animals.
Oh, shit.
Fishing is only permitted for those visitors who purchase a work license. Obey the park ranger's instructions at all times.
Rusty?
Rusty, no! Never! closer than 25 yards.
Pets must be leashed.
At all times.
Never leave your
Pet unattended.
To remove any
natural objects
or historical artifacts from the park. This includes even human or similar reasons.
Got an achievement for that. Oh shit. This is insane. I said before, the controls are a little clunky. You kind of get used to it, but for a game being 12 years old, this thing is a freaking masterpiece. Wow, it's a lot of ammo. Why is there just a trunk load of ammo? Who cares? I love the setting. I love the voice acting. The thrills and the chills. Villains and scary. I don't know. I want to know what this is all about. What is this thing? Oh. I'm surprised that door opened.
What the hell was that? I saw from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
I hope that guy doesn't get killed. He's kind of funny. Now, when we veer off the path just, I don't know, just enough, we get attacked by the Taken, so we have to be mindful of where we're going, even if we are trying to get collectibles. Which I guess is just the thermoses, but then you have the pages too, I suppose. And then ammo and pages, like that one. Thermos, page. I love how it gives you clues.
Instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
Kind of trashy. It's been a long time since I played a game that I was really looking forward to playing. You know, when you come home from school and you're like, man, I just want to dust off Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Grand Theft Auto, something like that, right? This, as an older game, is that for me right now. I was looking forward to coming home and playing this.
Lover's Peak was at the far end of the nature trail.
Damn, the light. Oh shit. Oh, you bastard. I thought I'd be able to dodge that. I'm not really good at dodging. There's something over there, though. Yeah, let's go down the path and we'll see. We'll take a look at that later. I think we have to come back this way. kidnappers thinking about all this. Lover's Peak is that way, but I want to see what's over here. Page, at least.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart, too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
What kind of fans do you actually like when you're a celebrity? You know, I wonder. Like, I get, like, you know, he gets a lot of fans and it's gotta be annoying, but it's like, don't be a dick, man. Without the fans, you'd be nothing. I get it, I'm not famous or a celebrity, so I don't fully understand, but it seems a little bit, I don't know, ungrateful, or very tone deaf as well in that regard, too. Oh, my health regenerated. Something's coming. Shit. I don't know from where, though. Behind me? Shit. Okay, it looked like it backed off. I want to go to that car. In it. Hey, there's some stuff. Haven't got a chance to use the shotgun yet. Visitor center. Shit. Oh, bitch. Could still be more. Shit. Damn, there's 3. Not sure if this is the right way. Okay, it is. There's so much to look at. I'm so worried that I'm, like, missing important things. I feel like we found all these. We're doing really well for this one.
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more.
All right, guys, that's a wrap on part 1 of Alan Wake Episode 2, Taken. Just like last time, we're going to split this one into 2 parts. We'll continue with the second half of this episode tomorrow at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the Marcanine channel, part of Mark After Dark. Before you go, though, show some love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave it in the comments section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, I appreciate you dedicating your time to watching the first half of Episode 2 of Alan Wake, and I hope to see you when we continue. All right, guys, that's it for me. Take care, be well. I'll see you next time.